Less activities? Yes. And how are you? I'm just following your Facebook. Yes, I
Make an announcement. International guests what is the international mean foreign delegates? Okay, Nepal, okay, all the foreign delegates. International guests and the special guests are in the first and ODA. Is the mic working? Hello. Comrade, all international guests and the special guests are requested to be in the first two rows, front two rows. So those who are at the back, international guests coming from different countries, and also the special guests are to be in the first two rows. Please accommodate them.
So can I stay first?
And some
Yes, sir. Hello. Nepal, Korea.
अलि मान्छे नहुँदैन त्यो गेटबाट आएको हेर सिन एकचोटि हेरौँ न त्यो मान्छे एकचोटि हराउँ
कस्तो सकिने
तिमीले सक्दैन होला भाइ यसमा
किन यो सजिलो खालको
यस्तो यार हटा भन न सर एक बार यस्तो हामी सर्ट गर्दैछौँ भनेर एक्सक्यूज मी सर हेलो सर सुनिए ना आप थोड़ा इधर बैठे ना एक बार चेक करते हैं ना ये प्रचण्ड आउँछ प्रचण्ड आउँछ भनेपछि त लास्ट प्रचण्ड बोल्छ भन्दाखेरि त कति बजी सुरु हुन्छ 12 बजी होइन प्रचण्ड बस्छ त्यहाँ 5 बजी बोल्छ प्रचण्ड बोल्नु त अब लास्टमा प्रचण्डै फर्स्टमा बोलाउनु लगाएर चाहिँ थाहा छैन अब लास्टमा हो भने लास्टमा प्रचण्ड बोलिसकेर लागिसक्यो लास्टमा प्रचण्ड फर्स्टमा उसलाई हतार छ भने त बस्छ होइन हतार छ भने त ऊ ए वेलकम गर्न आएको थियो यसरी राख्नु पऱ्यो होइन हेर प्रचण्ड अनुसार यस्तो यो मान्छे भएको
मान्छे अनुसार मुभ गरिदिने होइन
होइन यो प्रचण्ड अनुसार यस्तो गर्ने होइन ढोकामा यत्तिकै फ्रेम राख्यो अनि बिस्तारै यो पनि खोल्ने होइन यत्तिकै ऊ आउँछ नि त यस्तो भयो होइन अनि रिकेसको क्यामेरा देख्न सक्छ तिमीले छोडिदियो अनि रिकेसको क्यामेराले पक्छु मेरो क्यामेराले पक्छु रिकेस त्यहाँ जाउँ न यार क्यामेरा ढल्छ अरे त्यत्रो मान्छे हुल भइसक्यो
रिकेश दाइको क्यामेरा नाग्ने बित्तिकै होइन
तिमीले छोड्दै सक्छ भाइ यहाँसम्म गर तिम्रो त्यो जान मन लाग्छ
फलो त गरिदिनु
यहाँसम्म गऱ्यो भने यहाँ पनि
उसले फेरि इन्टरभट चेन्ज गर्नु पऱ्यो नि फलो त गर्नु पऱ्यो
बुझेर अलिकति गर्दै भएन यतिसम्म त तिम्रै राम्रो जान्छ नि त यहाँ यतिसम्म त तिम्रै जान्छ नि त
यहाँबाट हटाइदिएला कि
हटाउँदैन तिमीलाई कसरी
प्रोजेक्टर चाहिँ लगाएर
तिमी त्यो हटाइदियो भने त सधैँ राम्रो आउँछ अब तिमीले नेपालीहरू कसरी खिच्छौ त
उताबाट
अनि उताबाट मान्छे कसरी खिच्छ यहाँ तिमीले नेपाली खिचेर देखाउ त ल नेपाली त्यहाँ नेपालीहरू भनेको कसरी खिच्छौ अब ठाउँ त छैन ल
हो त्यो भएर क्यामेरा चाहिँ उठ्यो साइडमा
अनि
सुन्नु न यो साइड आयो कि क्यामेरा
फ्रेस आउँदैन नि त त्यहाँ खिच्यो भने यिनीहरू त यसो यसो फ्रेस आउँदैन हामीले त यस्तो यस्तो सर्ट चाहिन्छ यस्तो हामीलाई यस्तो यस्तो सर्ट चाहिने हेर यो पदिरहेछ यो हात बोलिरहेछ यस्तो यस्तो सर्ट यस्तो यस्तो सर्ट यस्तो यस्तो सर्ट चाहिने हो अब त्यहाँ बोलिरहेछ होइन घुमाइदिने यस्तो यस्तो सर्ट यस्तो यस्तो सर्ट होइन त्यहाँ ध्यान दिएको क्या यसो बोलेको भनेको त्यहाँ ध्यान दिइरहेको हुन्छ नि त्यहाँ आफ्नै ढुलमा जस्तै ऊ त्यो पुरानो क्या ध्यान दिइरहेछ नि होइन अब खै हामीले मान्छे चाहिँ जस्तै ध्यान दिएर सुनिरहेको हुन्छ नि त प्रोग्राम ल यो मान्छे क्या ध्यान दिएर पढेर हेरेर जस्तो हुन्छ नि होइन यो मान्छे कस्तो ध्यान दिएर हेरेर जस्तो हुन्छ नि ध्यान दिएर हेरेर हुन्छ नि त्यस्तो कि यस्तोमा त त्यस्तो त्यो वाइट सर्ट त राख्नै मिल्दैन होइन यसो झ्याङ्ग राखिदिन मिल्दैन अलिअलि प्यान्ट बिस्तारै यहाँबाट राख्यो अब तिमीले जहाँ सक्छ अब नेपालीहरू आउँछ बिस्तारै यसरी गर्दै जाने यसरी स्टप मुभ गर्दै यो गऱ्यो हातले गऱ्यो होइन यहाँसम्म गऱ्यो अरे सपोज यहाँसम्म यस्तो बिचमा आउँछ अब जस्तो यहाँ दियो अब बिस्तारै यसलाई नै जुम गरिदिउँ क्या अब जस्तै यो प्लानिङ गरेर बिस्तारै ल्यायो आजलाई बिस्तारै जुम गर्दै लगाउनु थियो नि लाइभ भएको कि नकलको हुँदैन यसरी गऱ्यो होइन ल यो सर्ट आयो यो सर्ट राम्रो आयो भने त यसो देखाउने हो ल तिम्रो सर्ट गयो अब यसलाई अब तिमीले कसरी सक्नु त्यो थाहा छैन होइन अब यहाँबाट अनि बिस्तारै फेरि यसलाई ढक्क देखायो
आसन रन
त्यहाँबाट हजुर क्यामेरालाई पनि खोज्छु त्यहाँ भाइ आसन
लाइट पालन गर्नु पऱ्यो
सबैले कम्प्लेन गरेको
कुन चाहिँ लाइट पालेन भने माथि कालो भयो लाइट पऱ्यो आउँदो रहेछ अब कालै थाहा पाउँछ यो बत्ती निभाइदिएर उता क्यामेरा पुरै काला आयो भन्यो त्यो लाइट पाल्नुपर्छ
Namaste, welcome. This is Mohan Swar, member of Financial Control Committee and the sub-coordinator of Wftu Nepal. Today, is the 24th September 2019. We are gathering here for Asia Pacific Conference regional meeting of Wftu. Our attraction here, our party leader, ILO member, Wftu Asia Pacific in charge, Deputy General Secretary and Chairman of Financial Control Committee of Wftu, or delegates observer. Also, Deputy General Secretary Devroy. In this conference, from more than 10 countries, from about 27 trade unions, more than 60 foreign delegates participating in this conference. In the Nepal, more than 8 federations, more than 150 delegates, observers, participants in this conference. So, here are different party leaders, political party leaders, all delegates, observers, ladies and gentlemen. In this occasion, I heartily welcome to all our guests, observers, participants, and ladies and gentlemen. This conference organized for 2 days, today and tomorrow, with the slogans of ensure basic needs of the workers and social security. End of the Second World War, Wftu was established home in 1945, 3rd October, Paris, capital of France. It is an international center of all workers. It against imperialism, capitalism, fascism. This continuous struggle to basic rights of the workers to organize all the workers. It embraces its focus, its ideology, sociologist, and a progressive ideology. It depends upon these ideologies. So, in Nepal, the history of Nepal, Nepal is affiliated with the Wftu in 1995. Before the 2 years, just 2 years, we formed a Wftu Coordination Committee Nepal. There is more than 8 federations are affiliated. So this Wftu Nepal organized host this conference. After a brief discussion about the Wftu, I will going to forward to move this program. In this program, our chief guest is Pushpa Kamal Dal Prachanda, He is the chairman of Nepal Communist Party. He is a former prime minister also.
पछि फर्स्ट त यस्तै भयो
Now he is a international meeting.
त्यही यहाँ राखिदिनु पर्छ
He is engaged in the international meeting now. So he will come later.
भाइ रतन आउनु
At the same way, our special guest is Labor Minister Gokarna Vista.
रतन आउँदाखेरि यति राख्ने हो
He is also a meeting now.
यसमा बिस्तारै यहाँसम्म बस्छ
So he will come next session. We have a many sessions after this opening program. So he will come next session. So
अहिले नि रेकर्ड हामी
at first, I would request to Comrade H. Mahadevan, Deputy General Secretary of Wftu and in charge of Asia Pacific region. Comrade H. Mahadevan. I would request to Comrade Swadesh Dev Rai, Deputy General Secretary of Wftu. Comrade Swadesh Dev Rai. I would request to Comrade C.S. Venkatachalam, Chairman of National Control Committee of Wftu. I would request to Excellency Mr. Kim Jong-hwa, Councillor of Democratic People's Republic of Korea, DPRK. Mr. Kim Jong-hwa, please take your seat. In the same way, I would request to Mr. Richard Ward, Country Director, ILO Office for Nepal. Mr. Richard Ward. He will come. Also, I would request to Mrs. Tran Thi Pich Thu, Deputy Chief of Division, VGCL International Department, Vietnam. I would request to Mr. Paltan Thakur, General Secretary of ZDUCC. Paltan Thakur. In the same way, Mr. Vishwanath Pyakurel, President of CONEP. Mr. Dayaram Basal, Coordinator of NEFON. Mr. Narayan Sapkota, President of ANTUC. Mr. Chirag Mankur, President of NDFNT. Mr. Rajan Timilsena, President of DFON, REFNT. Mr. Rameswar Sreshta, General Secretary of NBCUNT. I would request to chairmanship in this session, in this program, Comrade Premal Kumar Khanal, Presidential Council Member of Wftu and the Coordinator of Wftu Nepal. Premal Kumar Khanal. Sorry, I will request to Chairman, Coordinator Madhu BC of Nepal Trade Union Federation, Madhu BC.
Thank you, Madam Onswa, Wftu Coordination Committee Sub-Coordinator. Namaskar, Ayivadan. Right now, our chief guest, Honorable former Prime Minister and Chairman, Nepal Communist Party, NCP, he will come in. Honorable Minister for Labour, Honorable Minister, now he is just coming. Deputy General Secretary and Asia Pacific in charge, World Federation of Trade Unions, Comrade H. Mahadevan. Comrade Sudesh Depraya, Deputy General Secretary and in charge of Trade Union International, Wftu. Comrade C.H. Venkat, President of Finance Control Committee, Wftu. Councillor Kim Jong-haek, Embassy of North Korea, and delegates from Vietnam, VGC Trade Union comrades, distinguished guest, President of CONEP, NEFON, ANTU, REFON, NTUF, NITC, NDFON and NDCO, journalists, and ladies and gentlemen. I would like to convey my warm regards and welcome the chief guest, international delegates, chairman and representative of the 8 trade unions and all of the Wftu Asia Pacific Conference with the slogan of ensure basic needs of working class and social security, more investment in product sector and employment. On the behalf of the Wftu Asia Pacific Conference Management Committee, I would like to convey my special thanks to the international participants from Vietnam, Laos, Kazakhstan, Sri Lanka, India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Iran, Malaysia, Indonesia, Cambodia, along with Nepalese participants. Dear comrades, this conference is being held in Nepal for the second time. So in this occasion, I would like to show my sincere gratitude towards the Wftu leadership for providing such a historical opportunity to once more. Nepal is renowned for its natural beauty, land of the highest peak in the world, birthplace of Gautam Buddha and other historical moments. In addition, this conference will certainly help Nepal to be recognized in political frontiers as well. April Uprising in 2006 became a historical milestone in Nepalese politics as it saw huge number of working class people contributing to in 240 years old financial monarchy and turning Nepal into federal democratic republic. Importantly, new constitution has been proclaimed through the Constitutional Assembly in 2015, ending the long wait of Nepalese people to get inclusive, progressive, democratic and socialist-based representative legitimate supreme document. This constitution has ensured the fundamental right of the working class, including education, health, housing, drinking water, fooding, employment, social security, including the trading rights. Dear comrades, as we are gathered here, witnessing such historical program, we must all understand that Wftu has been an integral part of massive and pivotal trade movement all around the world with its glorious history. Following the end of the World War II, with the aim to organizing workers all over the world on the 3rd day of October 1945. There are now about 97 million workers representing the 140 countries being affiliated with the Wftu till date. World Federation of Wftu has been playing since its inception a significant role in struggling for the cause of working class, often declaring trade union rights to the working class of people against the imperialism, capitalism and fascism. In this context, the Wftu has played a leading role in empowering the working class with the right to organize and the right to collective bargaining. In 1948, in passing an UN resolution as a ILO convention in 1948 and 1949. The World Federation of Trade Unions (Wftu) is always against war, murder, violence, and terrorism provoked by world imperialism, and has stood for support unity and solidarity of the workers. War imperialism has caused economic crisis, resulting in falling workers' employment, poverty, and unemployment, for which WFTU has conducted global campaign against it and has voiced for service, safety, and security of the working class. Furthermore, both Federation of Trade Unions WFTU has protected the global campaign of the working class from class collaboration, opportunism, and self-centered provincial way of thinking, and its instead emphasis on vigorous discipline and class struggle campaign operated by the working class. At the present moment, the USA, along with its military pact, NATO, has been aggressively terrorizing the Latin, African, Middle Eastern, and West Asian countries through violence, murder, instability, terrorism, and proxy war in the names of establishing peace and democracy along this region of the world. Such activity have led millions of people to suffer from humanitarian crisis, along with the economic and political suffering, such as being refugee, poverty, unemployment, and social aspect, and being stateless. New waves of strategic plans, such as the Indo-Pacific Strategy and Millennium Challenge Corporation (MCC), conducted by the USA and its allies, is seen as a major threat towards peace and development in this region, intervening the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the sovereign state. Dear friends, this conference intends to address the social issues of the workers, such as education, health, shelter, and drinking water, along with the traditional trade and rights of the workers, which will be focused. In this conference, the issue and the problem of workers are discussed particularly of the Asian region. Neoliberalist capitalist policy has been more centered to profit making and exploitation rather than addressing the issue of the workers and prosperity. Policies such as hire and fire, no work, no pay, outsourcing, contracting have been implemented to create insecurity in the labor market. Neoliberalist economic policy more focused on the profit through trade, their production and increment in employment. Therefore, to address such issue created by the neoliberalism, Kathmandu Declaration will be announced through series of discussion and interaction with which is expected to create new wave of trade movement, and such a declaration will be raised a demand paper of the country to their respective governments for the fulfillment of right of the workers. This conference also will enable to union movement to become disciplinary and militant while tackling class collaboration, opportunism, and self-criticism, and all kinds of political and economic error caused by the imperialists through massive ideological struggle. Lastly, I hope for the grand success of this conference, which will help to extend the role and activity of WFTU to a new height, along with huge solidarity and fraternity among all the trade unions and the working class people of the Asia Pacific region. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Comrade Premal Kumar Khanal. And now I am going towards the inaugurating this session. I would like to request Mr. Richard Howard, Country Director IL Office for Nepal. Thank you. Yeah. Now I am going towards the inaugurating this session. Comrade S. Mahadevan, I would like to request to light the candle. Comrade S. Mahadevan.
All the ACs come here, keep here, keep it here. Hello.
Thank you, Comrade S. Mahadevan. I would like to request our technician for international song to on the track. International song to on the track. Thank you very much. Now, I would like to request to take a chair, Honorable Minister for Labour, Employment and Social Security, Gokarna Vista. Gokarna Vista, please to take a chair, I would like to request. Thank you. Now I am going to forward to move toward this program, greeting speech. Now I am going to move for greeting speech. I would like to request Honorable Minister for Labour and Employment and Social Security, Gokarna Vista, for your greeting speech.
कार्यक्रमका सभापतिज्यू, स्वदेशी तथा विदेशी अतिथि मित्रहरू, कार्यक्रममा सहभागी स्वदेशी तथा विदेशी प्रतिनिधि साथीहरू, आयोजक साथीहरूले कार्यक्रममा बोलाउनु भएको थियो। म बेलुका 4 बजे मात्रै कार्यक्रममा आउँछु भनेर मैले वचन दिएको थिएँ। अहिले आउन नपाउने कुरा, अर्को कार्यक्रममा म अलि छिटो सकेर 4 बजे फेरि क्याबिनेट बस्ने भएकोले मैले अपरजट म 5 मिनट पस्छु भनेर कार्यक्रमका सभापतिज्यूलाई फोन गरेर म अपरजट कार्यक्रममा आइपुगेको छु। आज एसिया पेसिफिक क्षेत्रका श्रमिकका प्रतिनिधिहरूको सम्मेलन सम्पन्न हुँदैछ। म सम्मेलन सफलताको हार्दिक शुभकामना व्यक्त गर्न चाहन्छु। दुनियामा राज्यका स्रोत साधनहरू, खास गरी विकसित देशमा त्यसको ठुलो हिस्सा युद्धमा खर्च हुने गर्दछ। हतियारको उत्पादन र युद्धमा खर्च हुने गर्दछ, शस्त्रास्त्रमा खर्च हुने गर्दछ। तर आज विश्वका श्रमजीवी जनताहरू जो रात दिन पसिना बगाउँछन्, मेहनत गर्छन्, पौरख गर्छन्, ती श्रमजीवी जनताहरूको जीवनमा यथोचित सुविधा पनि प्राप्त हुन सकिरहेको छैन। श्रमिकहरूले प्राप्त गर्ने न्यूनतम सुविधाहरू पनि विश्वव्यापी रूपमा प्राप्त हुन सकिरहेका छैनन्। कतिपय सन्दर्भमा श्रमिकहरूले अतिरिक्त कामको अतिरिक्त ज्याला प्राप्त गर्न सकिरहेका छैनन्। सुरक्षित कार्यस्थलको अभावका बीचमा काम गर्न परिरहेको छ। सामाजिक सुरक्षाको अभावमा जोखिमपूर्ण जीवन यापन गरिरहेका छन्। आवश्यक कानुनहरूको कतै अभाव, कतै कानुनको प्रभावकारी कार्यान्वयनको अभावका समस्याहरू श्रमिकहरूले सामना गरिरहेका छन् र अझ भन्दा श्रमिकले गुणस्तरीय जीवन होइन मानवोचित जीवन यापन गर्न पनि पाइरहेका छैनन्। आज म नेपाल सरकारको तर्फबाट प्रतिनिधिको हैसियतले एसिया पेसिफिक क्षेत्रका सम्पूर्ण श्रमिकहरूले कम्तीमा मानवोचित जीवन यापन गर्न पाउनुपर्छ यही आवाजमा ऐक्यबद्धता व्यक्त गर्नको लागि उपस्थित भएको छु। नेपालले श्रमिकहरूको जीवनमा देखा परेका समस्याहरू जोखिमलाई न्यूनीकरण गर्न केही नीतिगत व्यवस्थाहरू कानुनी व्यवस्थाहरू गरेको छ। केही सुधारका प्रक्रियाहरूलाई प्रभावकारी ढङ्गले अगाडि पनि बढाएको छ। विगतको अनुपातमा हामी सुधारका प्रयत्नहरूलाई तीव्र बनाएका छौँ। अझै पनि नेपालका श्रमिकहरू चाहे बौद्धिक श्रम गर्ने श्रमिकहरू चाहे शारीरिक श्रम गर्ने श्रमिकहरू आम श्रमिकहरूको जीवनलाई सुरक्षित मर्यादित र आत्मसम्मानका साथ काम गर्ने तहमा पुर्याउनको लागि अझ हामीले धेरै कुरा गर्न बाँकी छ। मेरो यही अपेक्षा छ एसिया प्रशान्त क्षेत्रमा काम गर्ने श्रमिक साथीहरूका आम समस्याहरूलाई यहाँहरूले छलफल मार्फत सूत्रीकरण गर्नुहुनेछ। रोजगारी सिर्जनाको लागि उत्पादन र उत्पादकत्व वृद्धि गर्नको लागि लगानी भित्राउने लगानी थप्ने गरी यो सम्मेलनले गम्भीरता साथ छलफल र सिफारिस गर्नेछ र कतिपय मुलुकहरूलाई यो सम्मेलनले सन्देश दियोस् कि आज युद्धमा होइन ठुला ठुला हतियारको उत्पादनमा होइन आणविक हतियारको उत्पादनमा होइन युद्धमा होइन मानव जातिको हितको लागि मानव जातिको परिवर्तनको लागि मानव जातिको कल्याण र विकासको लागि रकम खर्च गर्न जरुरी छ भन्ने सन्देश यो सम्मेलनले दिन सकोस्। मेरो यही शुभकामना छ। यो सम्मेलनले यही सन्देश दिन सकोस् दुनियाँका बीचमा आज दुनियाँको एउटा ठुलो रकम आज एउटा मानिसले अर्को मानिसको हत्याका लागि एउटा मानिसले अर्को मानिसको बदला लिनको लागि एउटा ठाउँले अर्को ठाउँको बदला लिनको लागि खर्च भइरहेको छ। कम्तीमा यो सम्मेलनले स्रोत साधन उत्पादन र उत्पादकत्व वृद्धिको लागि स्रोत साधन रोजगारी वृद्धि गर्नको लागि स्रोत साधन मानव जातिको सेवा र विकासको लागि स्रोत साधन मानव जातिको सुरक्षाको लागि स्रोत साधन मानव जातिको गुणस्तरीय जीवनको लागि खर्च गर्न जरुरी छ। कम्तीमा श्रमिकका प्रतिनिधिको हैसियतले विश्वव्यापी रूपमा यहाँहरूले यो आवाज एसिया प्रशान्त क्षेत्रको तर्फबाट बुलन्द पार्नुहोस्। मेरो यही शुभकामना। दाजुभाइ तथा दिदीबहिनीहरू आदरणीय स्वदेशी विदेशी प्रतिनिधि साथीहरू आज यहाँहरूले यो सन्दर्भमा गम्भीरता साथ छलफल गर्नुहुनेछ। यही मर्म र भावनाका साथ यहाँहरूले छलफल मार्फत महत्त्वपूर्ण निष्कर्षमा पुग्नुहुनेछ र एसिया प्रशान्त क्षेत्रमा श्रमिकहरूले भोगिरहेका समस्याहरूलाई हामीले सूत्रीकरण गर्न जरुरी छ। हाम्रा विशेषता मौलिकतामा आधारित भएर समाधानको लागि प्रयत्न गर्न जरुरी छ। नेपाल सरकारले 1 वर्ष अगाडि करिब 11 महिना अगाडि योगदानमा आधारित सामाजिक सुरक्षा योजना सुरु गरेको छ। सरकारी क्षेत्रमा काम गर्ने श्रमिकहरूको जीवनमा केही सामाजिक सुरक्षाका कार्यक्रमहरू कार्यान्वयनमा रहे पनि त्यो बाहिर रहेका श्रमिकहरू सामाजिक सुरक्षाभन्दा धेरै टाढा थिए। सरकारले सबै श्रमिकहरूलाई आम श्रमिकहरूलाई सामाजिक सुरक्षाको दायरामा ल्याएर एउटा सुरक्षित जीवन मर्यादित जीवन यापनको वातावरण निर्माण गर्ने गरी सरकारले नयाँ अभियान सुरु गरेको छ। कम्तीमा यो सम्मेलनले एसिया प्रशान्त क्षेत्रका सबै देशहरूले आम श्रमिकको जीवनमा सामाजिक न्याय स्थापित गर्ने सन्दर्भमा सामाजिक सुरक्षाको दायराले श्रमिकलाई सेवा प्रदान गर्ने सन्दर्भमा हरेक देशका सरकारहरूले महत्त्वपूर्ण भूमिका निर्वाह गर्न सकुन्। यो सम्मेलनले सबै देशका सरकारको ध्यान गम्भीरता साथ आकर्षित गर्न सकुन्, अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय संस्थाहरूको ध्यान पनि आकर्षित गर्न सकोस्। मैले यहाँका बिचमा यही अनुरोध गर्न चाहन्छु र यहाँको यो महत्त्वपूर्ण भेलामा 12वटा देशका करिब 40 भन्दा बेसी विदेशी अतिथिहरू मित्रहरू आउनुभएको छ। म नेपाल सरकारको तर्फबाट यहाँलाई हार्दिक स्वागत व्यक्त गर्न चाहन्छु। यहाँको न्यानो आतिथ्यताको लागि पनि मैले शुभकामना व्यक्त गर्न चाहन्छु। म सरकारको तर्फबाट यहाँलाई स्वागत र धन्यवाद व्यक्त गर्दै यहाँको बसाइ सुखद रहोस् यो अपेक्षा पनि राख्न चाहन्छु र यहाँको सन्दर्भमा सरकारको तर्फबाट थप केही गर्न पर्यो भने पनि सरकार त्यसको लागि तयार छ। यिनै कुराहरू व्यक्त गर्दै यहाँको सम्मेलनले महत्त्वपूर्ण निष्कर्ष निकाल्न सकोस्, त्यो निष्कर्ष नेपाल सरकारको लागि पनि फलदायी बन्न सकोस्, यही अनुरोध गर्न चाहन्छु। धन्यवाद, नमस्कार।
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, Poker Minister. And I would like to request our artist to present a typical Nepalese dance, Mayur dance. Typical Nepalese dance, Mayur dance is a famous dance. So I request artist, please present your art by the Mayur dance.
Thank you.
Mr. Gokarna. Thank you very much. We are polite. Thank you. Your beautiful graduation us and the beautiful speech. Thank you very much. And in a brief, explain, he is very busy. In the busy time, he arrived here and he was a great speech. He welcomed this program, all of us, and he expressed to success this program, and he focused on social security. In Nepal is going to reform workers' issue, but these are not fulfilled, and he focused on workers' basic rights. Resources are used to develop human life and workers' life, not a war, not a violence. So now I am going to, for creating speech, General Secretary of Wftu, Judge Marbikos, he is not with us. He went another country for conference or meeting, Latin America. So I would like to request our technician greeting message from video conference, Comrade George Marbikos. Please play the CD.
Dear brothers and sisters, dear comrades from Nepal and from all continents, from Asia and Pacific area, on behalf of World Federation of Trade Unions, I convey all of you our militant greetings, and we wish to you to have a successful meeting, regional meeting, continental meeting. Dear colleagues, I apologize because I am not there together with you, because tomorrow I am going to Latin America for another regional continental meeting in Argentina, in Buenos Aires, with our members and friends from Latin America and Caribbean. Brothers and sisters, I am sure that your meeting in Kathmandu, through the hospitality of our comrades of Nepal, will be very good, important, and with positive results. Brothers and sisters, dear comrades, your meeting, our efforts, it is in a period crucial. We have in front of us two base characteristics. First of all, we suffer the aggressiveness of capitalism, the aggressiveness of capitalists who they attacked our rights, and the results of these attacks are unemployment, poverty, privatizations, low salaries and pensions, and the situation very bad for working rights. Also, they attacked the trade union freedoms and trade union rights. Because of this, we need to be in front line for the struggles of workers, the struggle of working class all over the world. At the same time, we know that we live in a period of imperialist aggressiveness, with imperialist wars against the people, against the countries, against the movements. From all this situation, the refugees, the immigrants, the ordinary people who are the victims from the imperialist aggressiveness, it is a big problem and serious problem for the class-oriented trade union movement. This is the reality, this is the picture. We are in front of all this. Because of this, we need to have our actions, our militant answers in front of this situation. We have, first of all, 3 of October. 3 of October, it is an International Action Day of Wftu, and as you know, we choose this day because 3 of October 1945 in Paris, it was the founding day of World Federation of Trade Union, our family, our organization. Because of this, 3 of October, we call all of you to be in the front line, to support, to declare, to struggle for our main task against racism, against xenophobia, against neo-fascist forces, to support the democracy and the class struggles all over the world for the benefit for working class, for women, working women, and especially for the young generation. At the same time, brothers and sisters, we need to have in our minds that next year, 2020, we will be 75 years from our foundation, from the foundation of Wftu. Because of this, from today, we want to ask and to call upon all of you to organize in your countries events, together of course with your programs, with your militant plans, with your activities, your initiatives, etc., etc. We need from your side to add in your plans our initiatives for the 75 anniversaries of foundation of Wftu. Because we believe that the history it is not only for the past. The history it is a gun for the present and for the future. It is a window for tomorrow. And we need to give the lessons for the young generation. We respect, we are proud for our history. Because Wftu was always with ordinary people, against colonialism, against multinationals, against imperialism. From the other side, you know that ITUC, they are together with imperialist forces in Iraq, in Afghanistan, in Syria, in Libya, in Cuba, in Venezuela. They are together with Israeli forces against Palestinian people. Because of this, we need to give all this picture in the working class, in our movement. We are optimistic that through your discussions, the decisions will be successful for the benefit, first of all, for working class in your countries, for our regional offices, also for our TUIs, for our sectoral unions, which all together we are in front line for the benefit of working class, for a better tomorrow, today and tomorrow, for a world without exploitation. Successful meeting. Bye-bye.
Thank you, our General Secretary, George Marbikos. Your beautiful greeting speech. Thank you very much. Now, I am informed to all, this program is live by different media. This program, this conference is live by different media for TV television live, www.yamtvnepal.tv/live TV. For Facebook subscriber, www.facebook.com/yamtvnepal.online. For YouTube subscribe, www.youtube.com MTV Nepal 4K. Thank you. Now, I am going to move again greeting speech. Now I am to move for greeting speech from our guest. At first, I would like to request your greeting speech in this conference, Mr. Richard Howard, Country Director ILO Office for Nepal. Mr. Richard Howard, for your greeting speech. Please present your greeting speech.
Good day, good morning. Welcome. I'm not sure if I should stand up or down. Okay. It's okay? All right, good. So I think following the previous speech, I'd like to also stress how important it is that we have a diversity of views in the trade union movement, and the perspective of your confederation is critical in the world today, more than ever. And I think some people question me about ILO, what we do, and they say, oh, you're an organization just promoting the rights of workers. But we're more than that. We can't protect the rights of workers unless we also support inclusive growth in the country. And what is inclusive growth? It's growth that addresses poverty and inequality and the rights of all people to a living wage and decent working conditions. And I think if we look at our region, Asia Pacific, the challenges are greater than ever before. And we're not doing our job well enough. And at the same time, we have huge challenges on the horizon. So this meeting here in Asia Pacific is very critical. So I welcome you all to Nepal. One of the key challenges we face across the region, and in particularly in Nepal, is implementing laws that are on the books. You see from our respected minister, we have a very good quality labor law, a very protective labor law that was passed in 2017, and also a social security law that guarantees the basic rights to workers to key protections throughout the life course. But the challenge is always implementation. Oftentimes, the perspective of large-scale cartels and enterprises interferes with the proper implementation of law. And now we're at a critical stage in Nepal of how we can ensure that social security schemes are designed and implemented in a way that actually benefit workers' rights. So it's very important that we learn from other countries on how workers can play a role to make sure that they can access social security benefits throughout their life course. Because as it's looking now, it may not happen that way without a strong role of unions to really push for those rights. So again, Nepal can learn a great deal from other countries in this area. One thing we also see in Nepal and other countries is really workers' organizations are not strong enough at the local level. Nepal is going through a federal transition of government where power at the municipality level is equally as important as that at the federal level. And many countries have gone through the federalization or decentralization process in Asia Pacific. And Nepal unions particularly need to learn from other countries in the region, like Pakistan and India, Indonesia, how they've gone through this process and how workers' organizations have come out stronger in the process. Because resources and opportunities are very much concentrated at the local level now. And we need a stronger presence there. We also see continuing problems like informality. With more than 90% of workers in Nepal working in an informal economy, they have access to zero decent work protections, minimum wage. Actually, reaching those workers is a far off challenge. We haven't gotten close to implementing labor protection for informal sector. Again, to learn from other countries where not only labor protection but social security has reached those informal sector workers is critical for us to discuss together. At the same time, we have new kinds of challenges on the horizon. We see with the new platform economies emerging, a new type of outsourcing is taking place with the gig economies, with people working as individual suppliers to larger companies, on-demand services like Uber and Lyft and the local alternatives we have. We can see that those new forms of working are making it even harder for workers to have access to decent wages and social protection. So further alienating them. We don't see a transition in the so-called new economy that is particularly beneficial for workers at this stage. So while we deal with the traditional problems of lack of implementation of laws and informality, we also have these new challenges hitting us at the same time. So I invite you to also share experiences in this area. So I would just like to say that from the ILO perspective here in Nepal, we look forward to learning from your meeting here and supporting your members in implementing the key conclusions as we go forward. Fortunately, in Nepal, we have the JTCC, a mechanism in place for workers, for unions of all affiliations, ITUC and WTUC, to work together in an integrated way. So we can get the perspectives of people from Wftu in ways that we can't always do in other countries. So we have a platform in Nepal to work together with your members. So we look forward to doing that in the future. So I welcome all of you from different countries of Asia Pacific to Nepal. And I encourage you to get out. We have some good weather this time of year, some good sights to see. So don't spend your whole time in the meeting and get out and see what we have to offer in Nepal. So have a very good meeting, and thank you for asking to join me today.
Thank you very much, Mr. Richard, for your greeting speech in this program. Now, I would like to request for greeting speech, Comrade C.S. Venkatachalam, Chairman of Financial Control Committee of Wftu. C.S. Venkatachalam.
Good morning. I said good morning. Okay. Beloved Comrade Kanal, the in charge of Wftu in Nepal, our senior leaders of the World Federation of Trade Unions, Comrade Mahadevan, Comrade Devrai, my colleague in the Finance Control Commission, Comrade Mohan, the High Commissioner from DPR Korea, our leaders of our unions in Nepal who are organizing this Asia Pacific Regional Meeting, delegates from all our unions, from our Asia Pacific region, and our comrades from Nepal, dear comrades. We are extremely happy that our Nepal comrades have taken the initiative to organize this regional meeting in Kathmandu today and tomorrow. We are also very happy about the impressive participation of our comrades from all the countries. We are particularly happy about the presence of our comrades from Pakistan, because we know their difficulty in traveling abroad. In fact, we have been trying for them to come to our meetings in India. We tried our best last time, but that could not materialize. I am so happy to see all of them. And Comrade Mavrikos himself was to be present. But as he said in the greeting message, he has to be in Latin America today. Also, we are missing him in our meeting. Of course, Comrade Mahadevan will be giving the approach paper on the issues that are confronting us in this time of the meeting, and we'll all be deliberating upon that. But I believe it is very important for us to keep in mind that there is a growing need to strengthen the World Federation of Trade Unions in our region, not only in our region, all over the world. Because we are finding everywhere that there are increasing and alarming attempts to push forward the agenda of the monopolists, the capitalists, the international finance capital, which obviously has its consequent result and impact on the lives and living conditions of the workers in particular and of the people at large. And that is why the Wftu has a very important, crucial, critical role in mobilizing the workers in all the sectors and also in all over the continent. And particularly it is very, very important in our Asia Pacific region. Of course, we have different experiences in different countries in our region. But broadly, we all understand that the basic problems are the one and the same, that the attempts to exploit the workers are increasing day by day, and the attempt is to amass wealth at the cost of the labor. And we are very, very proud that in Nepal, that we have the people's government. And at a time when everywhere an impression is being given that there is no alternative to capitalism. Here is a very shining example in Nepal, where the Communist Party has come to power by democratic elections, and on behalf of the World Federation of Trade Unions, we would like to congratulate them and convey our best wishes to our comrades in Nepal. And this only shows that if we take up the task seriously, it is possible to fight back. It is possible to ensure alternatives. It is possible to ensure that things can be worked out. But ultimately it depends on how much we unite and how much we struggle. And these are the two fundamental principles upon which the World Federation of Trade Unions has been built up in the last 74 years. In the background, when we will be entering the Platinum Jubilee, the 75 years of the World Federation of Trade Unions. In our region, our unions have played very important role in building up and strengthening the Wftu. And I am sure in this meeting, not only we shall exchange and understand the peculiar specific problem that we are facing, and also share the struggle that we are undertaking in our respective countries. I am sure it will also be enabling us, this opportunity of this meeting will be enabling us to work out proper strategies where as a region as a whole we shall be able to move together against the challenges that are confronting us. Basically, we find the politics of the capital is so simple that they want to spread their policies of exploitation, and that is why it's also a very simple strategy for us that we have to fight against that. And particularly, we find that wherever such exploitations are taking place, the people of late are uniting and fighting. Maybe Latin America, maybe Africa, maybe in the Middle East, and maybe even in our own region, we find that workers are fighting and fighting, and wherever we fight, we get the results. And that is why it is very, very important to emphasize and re-emphasize again and again that there is no other alternative for us than to be more united and than to be believing that our only path is struggle and struggle and struggle. And I am very sure that this meeting will help us to further improve our cohesion and unity, further strengthen our coordination and solidarity, further expand our fraternity, and we shall be able to forge forward together in the days to come. And I am also very, very confident that in the Asia Pacific region, we shall be able to strengthen the forces of the Wftu. Because today we are also finding there are unions in the name of trade unions who are colluding and abetting with the exploiters, with the governments, and that is also equally another challenge. In addition to fighting against the government policies, anti-people, anti-labor policies, it is also equally very, very important to identify these yellow unions, the unions which are today colluding with the exploiters, to isolate them and to weaken them, and to strengthen our democratic trade unions under the banner of the World Federation of Trade Unions. I am very sure that the deliberations of this meeting will be very, very encouraging, very inspiring, and will be a guiding factor in activities of all our unions in our region. And I am also confident that very important resolutions will be taken by us by the time we end our deliberations tomorrow. I must also take this opportunity, because being the chairman of the Finance Control Commission of the Wftu, it is very important, equally important for us to realize that the massive responsibilities that have been cast upon the WFU to expand. In our Durban conference, we have decided to expand. In every secretariat meeting, more and more programs are being undertaken. In every presidential council meeting also, we decide to further strengthen our activities. And all these mean also that we need adequate financial resources. But I must confess to you, it is our own meeting, that we are not in very good condition as far as the finances of the WFT are concerned. I must congratulate our Nepal comrades with all their difficulty, with all their limitations. They have always been very helpful in strengthening the financial position of the WFTU in whatever manner they have been doing. But I believe that we had some decisions in our last meeting in Colombo, but I think that has not been pursued properly. I believe that also will be a part of our discussion in the meeting, because without resources, without financial strength, it will not be possible what to talk of revolution, even to undertake our other struggle programs. So I am sure that this will also be kept in mind by all of us, because we need a very strong, vibrant, effective, militant World Federation of Trade Union to safeguard the interests of the workers, to safeguard the interests of the labor movement, and ultimately to safeguard the interests of the people at large. I am sure that will be our motto in this meeting. I once again take this opportunity to greet all of you, and I wish this regional conference all success. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Comrade Venkatachalam, for your greeting speech in this conference. Now, I am ready for presence a greeting message from Embassy of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea in Nepal. September 23rd, June 2009, the Embassy of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea in Nepal presents in compliments of the Office of the Asia and the Pacific region of the World Federation of Trade Union and has the honor to convey the message of congratulations from the Central Committee of the General Federation of Trade Union of Korea to the Asia and the Pacific Regional Meeting of the World Federation of Trade Union. In close, herewith is the message of congratulations. The Embassy of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea in Nepal avails itself of this opportunity to renew to the Office of the Asia and the Pacific region of the World Federation of Trade Union the ensure of its highest consideration. Office of the Asia and the Pacific region, World Federation of Trade Union, CC Nepal, Coordinating Committee, Kathmandu. Thank you. Now, I would like to request for greeting speech our another guest, Comrade Swadesh Dev Roy, Deputy General Secretary of Wftu.
Comrade Chairman of this session from Kanal, the Island Director, region, dignitaries in the dais, my colleagues in the WFTU different layers, and delegates attending this session from very important countries of our region, Asia Pacific region, and the trade movement. Apart from the countries representatives, we have also present over here, the leaders and representatives of our sectoral organizations, Trade Union International Energy, Trade Union International Metal, Trade Union International Finance, Trade Union International Hotel and Tourism, and also I can see one of the leaders of our Wftu Women Department from my own country, Comrade Wahida. I greet all of you and welcome you to this session of our Asia Pacific region. I had the occasion to just give a glance to the comprehensive report prepared by my colleague, one of the Deputy General Secretaries of Wftu and the in charge of the Asia Pacific region, Comrade Mahadevan. You all are having with you a very packed agenda for full 2 days. I therefore certainly limit myself only in the matter of extending my greetings, because we have got a lot of working sessions, and I am sure on the basis of the comprehensive report which is going to be presented to us, all of us from different countries, we shall share our understanding and assessment of this situation right all over the world. The entire working class is facing, emanating from the systemic crisis of capitalism. Wftu is one of the earliest since 2008, when the American financial system collapsed, to declare that the globalization is a globalization of finance capital and the guidance of imperialism. And right now, since 2008, the world capitalist world has entered into systemic crisis. And the systemic crisis is not only continuing, it is deepening. And in this situation, the challenge before the working class, with the entire burden emanating from the systemic crisis, is being systematically and cruelly passed onto the shoulder of the working class and the toiling people all over the world. And in this background, we are having really a very challenging situation, and our region is no exception. I am sure in course of today and tomorrow, our country representative and our sectoral representative will, through their deliberations, shall place before us their understanding and assessment of the situation and the task before you. And obviously we are going to adopt a Nepal declaration also. In the meantime, I would like to take note of that the venue of this Asia Pacific meeting or conference being in Nepal, Kathmandu, it is a matter of great encouragement and enthusiasm for us. I would like to place before you, so far Wftu is concerned, Nepal is a very, very priority country because of various reasons. First of all, Nepal is the youngest country in the world which has accomplished the democratic revolution. And in the democratic revolution, they have not only fought the monarchical system, they have really fought the imperialist forces. And Wftu itself took its part with the promise and pledge to fight imperialism, and we are continuing through the path of class struggle. So therefore, and the specialty of Nepal is the democratic revolution in Nepal was really led by the working class and the toiling people, and therefore it has been, we can see for us that today Nepal has got a pro-worker, Communist Party-led government over here, who are also the government. There are many important leaders from the Nepalese Communist movement and the government. They shall be part of that. Already one minister has addressed us. In the meantime, it's a special occasion for us. Number one, Asia Pacific is going to be the venue for, in the year 2021, for the next World Trade Union Congress of Wftu, and I am very happy and I am proud of the important presence of our Congress from Vietnam, because Vietnam is the venue for our 2021 next Congress of Wftu. And again, you have heard the message of General Secretary Comrade George Mabricus. He has underlined is when we are sitting in the session over here, next 10 days hence, we are going to observe our next 3rd October Action Day. And the subject, the Wftu Secretariat in the headquarters has adopted this time. You have heard Mabricus, xenophobia, racism, communalism, ethnic clash. We have to understand that under the grip of systemic crisis, capitalism, imperialist forces, and the ruling polities of different capitalist-ruled countries, it is a diversionary tactics that cannot address the economic crisis. It is none of their intention also. They are supporting those who have created the crisis. And therefore, they want to divert the attention of the people through all this nuisance and rascal attempts by them, by dividing the people. So that is also a challenge before us, how we should keep our force united, and we offered a united fight against the imperial forces. And also, although Nepal has successfully fought, but still then, they are not ready to digest. And the Wftu in Nepal leaps and bounds, it is spreading, it is expanding, it is consolidating. And here you see how a beautiful inaugural session is being conducted with various important, notable and shining aspects. This itself also proved, and I assure Comrade Khanal and his entire team that will carry the message of this excellent and very successful programming organized by you up to our Wftu headquarters. And this is also a matter of encouragement for us, who should continue to provide our priority attention to Nepal, to defeat all the conspiracies, right from the trade union to the entire country and against the people. Imperialist conspiracies are still on, and all of us, particularly being in the Asia Pacific region, we have got a bounding duty to stand in solidarity with action program, with the people of Nepal, with the government of Nepal, with the trade union movement of Nepal. And again, about the 75 years of Wftu, that also you heard the General Secretary. So really, today, here is an occasion, is a very important occasion, very important occurrences to take place. It is the eve of those. World Trade Union Congress, the 75 years of Wftu, the next 3rd October Action Day, and the issue we have selected. So without taking much of time, once again, I extend my fraternal greetings to our host unions in Nepal, the people of Nepal, the government of Nepal, the revolution of Nepal, Wftu leadership from various sectoral and country leadership, and of course the delegates from all over the regions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Our Deputy General Secretary, Swadesh Devroy, your greeting speech in this conference. Now I am going to a different program about a book, Workers' View. This is a second edition of the Wftu Nepal, Workers' View. This is helpful for ideology, socialist and progressive ideology. It is a very helpful, very important book. Many kinds of trade union leader and ideologists article in this book. So, first of all, workers' view. Lal Bahadur Pakhring is the executive editor of this book. So, I request to Lal Bahadur Pakhring to hand over this workers' view book to Comrade Mahadevan at first. And then Comrade Mahadevan launched this book. I would like to request launch this book, workers' view. We available every participant, observer, we available it. Thank you. I would like to request our comrade to distribute only our foreign guests. Only our foreign guests or Nepalese. After sometimes, after this program, we available everyone. So I am going to last time. I am going to last conclusion in this session, in this opening session. We have only one speaker. We have. So I would like to request Comrade H. Mahadevan, in charge of Asia Pacific region and Deputy General Secretary of Wftu, Comrade S. Mahadevan, please. I would request you to express your greeting speech in this program. Comrade H. Mahadevan.
Comrade Premal Kumar Kanal, my beloved brother and the in charge of Nepal Wftu Affiliates Coordination Committee, the leaders on the dais, my colleague Sudesh Devrai, Comrade Venkatachalam, ILO Director, and the sister from Vietnam, and other comrades here. Also, the leaders from various countries have come here. We are here, leaders from a number of countries. Though our government don't see eye to eye, we are seeing together, we are sitting together here. We have here leaders from India, Nepal, of course it is there, they are hosting, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Vietnam, Indonesia, Iran, Laos, Malaysia, I hope Kazakhstan is also there, and others. We have invited many of them. The TU leaders are also there. Always welcome to all of you. It's my duty, I will not make a big presentation today now. In the delegate session, when we start the delegate session, my report will be placed. Already the report is being circulated in this book. I have only a few points to make. I first of all wholeheartedly thank our Nepal comrades for making this meeting very successful now. I thank the Nepal comrades for this enormous efforts they have put in here. Lot of, they are without having any assistant or anybody on their own, they have selected all this. So I have to thank all the whole dedicated team of Nepal comrades who have made this wonderful success now to start with. The Labour Minister was also present here some time back. Of course I could not understand fully, so partly I understood what he said. So I am thankful to the government of Nepal for having deputed the Labour Minister here. In the afternoon, we are going to have Prachanda, the legendary leader of Nepal, He will be here and we will listen to him also. He has to urgently go. Corporate Mavricos would not be present because of his program in Argentina. So, there are few points only I would like to make at this stage. Everybody talked about Wftu. It's a class-based, democratic, militant organization. Wftu, World Federation of Trade Union, was the first international trade union organization in the world, started in 1945. Everybody is with us at that time, including Britain, America and all. You can read it afterwards. Don't read it now. Don't read the books now. Okay. Because attention will be diverted. Keep the books with you, don't read it now. Now, comrades, ITUC came thereafter because capitalists did not want to be collaborated with this. 2 years later they came. They have split that organization. Only one organization. Who is this? Okay. And they have split the organization. We tried our best to be united. We tried our best. All suggestions we made, unfortunately, in their own path they went. Nearly 74 years or over 75th year is next year for Wftu. We have opposed fascism. We have opposed world war. We have rendered many support to the developing countries, fighting countries in the democratic revolutions we have supported. Wftu has got a very big history. I will say we are a glorious past and active present now, and there is an inspiring future. There is going to be an inspiring future by all of us. Actively we are present today with Comrade Mavricos just gave the message. Him as the General Secretary, and we have a glorious past. These are the three important things. Now, long back it was said, what is our slogan? Our slogan is, the government should do from everyone according to his ability, to everyone according to necessity. That is our demand, that is our slogan. From everyone according to his ability, they should work. And to everyone, we will give according to necessity. These are been our slogan from the past. Not many governments have been doing this. We want the government to change the attitude, change the principle to say, from everyone according to ability. Take that and give them to everyone according to necessity. That is our slogan. There are a lot of things are happening now. World is changing. What is known as new socialism called financial socialism has come. What is financial socialism? Financial socialism is privatizing the profits and nationalizing the losses. If the big companies, big organizations go into loss, that is put on the people. Nationalizing the losses. And profit, if it comes, then go to private fellows. Privatizing the profit. This is the order of the day today. We have to change this. Wftu struggle to change this. Privatizing the losses, privatizing the profits, and nationalizing the losses should go. Then what we want is, profit is earned by everybody. Oh, profit is necessary. Profit for the people, not profit over the people. Now what is happening is profit over the people, not profit for the people. Our struggle will be, get the profit for the people in various ways, social security, all sorts of things. Today in many countries in our Asia also, business is in the driving seat. Business in the driving seat. Governments are not making the rules, business corporates are determining the rules. Corporates are determining the rules, and the government behave like a poor referee in many countries. This has to change. This is what we want. I am only trying to say, you should strengthen the mass struggles. Comrade Venkatachalam was telling struggle. I said struggle, militant struggles and more struggles. That shall be our motto in the future. If we don't get this, we have to get this. Now ILO director was mentioning something, implementation of laws. The most important thing, ILO conventions are there. Some of them don't ratify. Some of them ratify and don't implement. Even now collective bargaining, even now the basic conventions of ILO are not ratified by many people. Those who are ratified, they are not really implementing it. We know in our struggles, when I give the report, I will give all those things. Our friends also will give country's report. You will see that. So, the object of this conference, object of this Asia Pacific conference will be met by discussing thoroughly about our conditions, by taking proper decisions, by strengthening our organizations, by going forward with more vigor and determination with the Nepal declaration that will be made. I am confident all of you, those who are present here, will contribute your might in the delegate sessions. Each country will have to participate in that. Not one country, each country should participate. At least among them, one from each speaker will be there in each country, followed by, if there is time, second and third speaker could be seen afterwards. And each organization will do that. So I am only suggesting that, I am only saying that in this inaugural session, we have to take some bold decisions when we go forward. We are confident, each of us are fighting in our own countries for our working class. Our brothers and sisters in that fraternity, we have got certain common ideas, common goals. Common problems are there in the Asian region. Common goals are also there for us. We should try to unify the weaker sections amongst us. Women, there is a session here. Those women, those who are here, they will participate in that to think about the future of Asian women in this. There is also a session in which we will discuss about young workers. What are the problems of young workers? What are the problems of the pensioners? Those who retire from services. In many countries there is no pension. It is not, they are all left orphan. These are situations. All these things we will have to discuss. So the basic issues are there. Those will be discussed here. So in this inaugural session, I would not like to go into details. I would only say, thanking to our friends in Nepal and thanking all those who come from different parts of the world, from the continent, and in particular the leaders of the Nepal who are present here also. You have done a great job. We have started our work. We shall go more vigorously, already outlined by Cabinet General Secretary in his speech. Though he could not be present, he wanted to be present, but he was demanded in the Latin America. So we went there and then he has given the message. We shall take all these things into confidence, and I think it is time not to talk more, to act more after this conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yes, Mahadevan, for your greeting speech in this conference. Thank you very much. This opening session now I inform all. At first, thanks all our special guests, all participants, observers, different political leaders. Thanks all. With success, you great job to success this opening session. Thank you very much. And this opening session in this time, and we have today we have a different session, 3 sessions. First, second, third session. So I would like to request our foreign guests and delegates. This our first session will start at 2 o'clock. in this hall. Exact 2 o'clock in this hall. So you have to go for your lunch in the ground floor of this hotel. Only foreign delegates. नेपालका प्रतिनिधि पर्यवेक्षक साथीहरूलाई हाम्रो पाहुनाहरूलाई हाम्रो यो चियापान कार्यक्रममा यो चिया कफी बिस्कुटको कार्यक्रममा सरिक भइदिन म अनुरोध गर्दछु र अबको ठ्याक्कै 2 बजे हाम्रो बन्द सत्र सुरु हुन्छ र हाम्रो सबै महासङ्घका 150 जना हाम्रा प्रतिनिधिहरू हामीले छनौट गरेका छौँ सबै महासङ्घले चुनिरहेको छ र तपाईहरु अबको बन्द सत्रमा तपाईहरुले अब आफ्नो दर्ता गर्ने प्रक्रिया पनि चियापानपछि दर्ता गर्ने प्रक्रिया पनि लाग्नु होला र हाम्रो बन्द सत्र अब ठिक 2 बजे सुरु हुन्छ र हामीसँग आज 3 वटा सेसन छन् प्रेसिडियम 3 वटा छ र अब हाम्रो बन्द सत्र सुरु हुन्छ र आजको लागि यो ओपनिङ सेसन यो खुला सत्र यही समापन भएको घोषणा गर्दछु र यसमा सहयोग गर्ने यसलाई सफल पार्ने सबै विदेशका नेपालका सबै पाहुना दाजुभाइ दिदीबहिनीहरूलाई धन्यवाद ज्ञापन गर्दछु। धन्यवाद, अभिवादन। भने अब हाम्रा भोलिन्टियर साथीहरू हाम्रा विदेशी पाहुना र नेपालका डेलिगेट्सहरूलाई दिने सामग्रीहरू तयार गर्न पनि म सबैलाई अनुरोध गर्दछु र विदेशी पाहुनाहरूको छुट्टै डेस्क र नेपालीहरूको छुट्टै डेस्कमा यो विदेशीको लन्च र नेपालीको यो चियापान कार्यक्रमपछि सबै रजिस्ट्रेसनको लागि म हामी भोलिन्टियर साथीहरूलाई अनुरोध गर्दछु। सबै नेपाली अतिथिहरू चियापानमा सरी भइदिनु हुन म अनुरोध गर्दछु। सबै नेपाली अतिथि दाजुभाइ तथा दिदीबहिनीहरूलाई म चियापानमा सरी भइदिनु लागि अनुरोध गर्दछु।
Sound.
Excuse me. Hey, Prabal sir. And their photo also.
Hello, hello. Our foreign delegates, please, I would like to request you for a lunch, ground floor of this hotel. I would like to request for lunch to go, to take your lunch in the ground floor of this hotel. Our foreign delegates only. Thank you.
What happened? You check the email.
All foreign delegates,